Keep it going, keep it going.
Cut.
While I'm drinking some water.
Cut. Cut. Hey. Hey. Hey.
Break it down now.
Yeah. Give me something a little saucy, a little housey. Make some noise for the girl, yo. Hey. It's the last set. There's some energy. Woo. Hey, hey, hey. Make some noise, ladies and gentlemen.
You can download this at www.unitycharity.ca.
All right. All right. Thank you so much. Again, we are Unity Charity. Enjoy the rest of your evening, afternoon, morning, the whole shebang. Thank you.
Let's not forget to practice our breathing. And thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Unity Charity. We got the Super Bowl tonight, halftime show, but it's not going to be as good as this one. Fantastic. Just so you know, Unity Charity is we've selected those for the Go the Distance race, which is our last race of the day. If you haven't entered, we still are taking entries. You can win a free erg. Yes, I said win a free erg. The race is $30 to enter, And the random draw, we will be giving away one of these wonderful new Concept 2 ergometers. So enter the race and you're helping a charity like Unity Charity. Next race is getting underway. We can have the next competitors please come to your ergs. We're just calling all of our officials back to the competition floor. I want to thank all of our race officials today. Many clubs have been involved, and all of the officials, we really appreciate it. Race committee. Let's give all these officials a great round of applause. Thank you for what you do. And now we can invite all of the competitors to take your ergs in the next race, the women's lightweight under 19. We'll have a very short warm-up and get the afternoon racing underway. 36th edition of the Canadian Indoor Rowing Championships.
The race will start as soon as all umpires are seated.
The world record in this race last is Christine Cavallo from the USA, 7:05. You'll notice on the screen we have a record holder from last year, a pace boat, just so you can see how far they are from the last year's winner. It's the little boat with the R on it. Last year's national record was set by Megan Trupp. Her time was 7:38.5. And we have all racers sitting on their ergs. Please, officials, please get them ready. We can have all racers ready. Officials, please take your chairs. This is the race, the women's lightweight under 19, 2,000 meters. And getting ready to start. If we could have racers in the women's lightweight under 19 event, please take your race handles.
Stop rowing and prepare for the start. Sit ready. Attention.
And they're off. And a great start in the women's lightweight under 19. Just a note, what you're watching on this screen is also live streaming all over the world. People checking out this from Long Beach, California, where the World Indoor Rowing Championships are going to be held. To find the live streaming, go to the Canadian Indoor Rowing website and look up Time Team live streaming. A great race shaping up. Hannah Loco from Blessed Trinity High School off to a great start on erg number 11. Lauren Nuttacelli from E.L. Crosley coming up behind. Just a reminder that the weigh-in desk is closing very soon at 12:30. If you're here for an afternoon race and you have not weighed in, there's about 8 people who need to weigh in. The weigh-in desk is closing in 8 minutes. Thea Freer from Blessed Trinity has taken over the Mary Law ahead of the record holder. Mary Law from the Argonaut Rowing Club ahead of last year's record holder. Being chased by Chloe Mayhew Friedenberg on erg 32. Abby Mallet from St. Mary's. Gabriel Crook from Ridley College, making a bit of a charge from Ridley College. Gabriella from Ridley. Picking up the pace. At that halfway point, let's give them a big cheer. Mary Law from the Argonaut Rowing Club. Matching the Canadian record from the Canadian Indoors last year. There are 64 competitors in this race. This is one of 2 races in the women's lightweight under 19. 64 athletes entered. Here goes Mary, widening the lead. Abby Mailer from St. Mary's. Charlotte Drennan from Ridley College, pushing for a medal in that bronze medal spot. Less than 500 meters to go for the leaders in this race. Here comes St. Mary's and Ridley College. Mary Law. Feeling that pain. 300 meters to go for the leader, Mary Law from the Argonaut Rowing Club. It'd be good to get some crowd shots too. Well, when he's done, this is good. Keep him there.
We switch on and off. Yeah. Okay, Taya, now's your time.
2 of this race, another 4. Here we go, 100 meters to go. They've got it. Mary Law hanging on to her lead. Matching last year's winner, Abby from St. Mary's, and Charlotte. Charlotte Drennan from Ridley College. And Argonaut, Mary Law, crosses the line. Abby Mallet and Charlotte Drennan. What a performance. We've still got many athletes crossing the line. Let's bring them home, folks. Here they come. This is one tough race. These are incredibly tough athletes. What a fantastic job. A few more to come in crossing the line. And just a reminder, this is one race. There's one more. 64 athletes entered into this race. Results will be compiled before we can determine the bronze, silver, and gold medalist. Here they go. Let's bring them home, folks. From Ridley College, Rachel Krasik. We need some medical help, and here she goes, Rachel from Trinity. Woo! And what a great show. If we can have the next group of under lightweight women coming into the race area. We will be presenting very quickly the coxswains race, the men's and women, the coxswains race. If we can have the medal winners for the coxswain race, we'll do a short medal presentation as we get the changeover for the second flight of the under lightweight women's under 19 race. Just to let you know, we do not have access to the private boxes up near the top, so please stay out, stay in the stands, stay on the concourse. There's great food by Paramount Fine Foods, lots to eat, but please stay out of the private boxes upstairs. Presentation of the Coxie medals by Carol Purser, President of Rowing Canada. I don't know who.
Yeah, what are you doing, men first? And it looks like we're starting with the women's coxswains medals. We had 12 competitors. In third place from Guelph Rowing Club, Myra Hunt. In second from Branksome Hall, Tiara Kahaj Zeda. And in first from Scholastic Rowing, Sienna Zona with a time of 4:09.5. Congratulations to our women's coxswains medals.
The race will start as soon as all officials are seated.
Come on, get up there. Medals are being presented by Carol Purser, President of Rowing Canada. Always very involved and committed to the sport of rowing. The men's coxswain medals will be next. And for the men's coxswains medals, 8 competitors. In third place, James Doyle of Western University. Second, Mark Teeter of University of Guelph. And in first place from McMaster University, a repeat winner, Joseph Tuffner, with a time of 3:29.3. Congratulations for our men's coxswains race medalists. We will do medal presentations for the novice race following this flight of the under-19 women. So in the
Stop rowing and prepare for the start.
that's Youngston, Mayer, and Jinx for the novice men, and Lawrence, Cook, and Laureate in the women.
Sit ready. Attention.
Okay, here's our second flight of the under 19 women. We have this is the under 19 open weight. First flight, sorry. We have 62 competitors in this field. Last year's winner was Grace Vandenbroek. She has gone on to row the national team, who rowed the junior and under 23 world championships, and was the junior rower of the year last year. She's from Peterborough, Ontario, and she's moved into the university racing later today. The winning time last year was under 7 minutes. The qualifying time for the world indoors is 6:52, so we'd have to be even faster than Grace was last year. And amazingly enough, the world record for this age group is 6:28, which is an average time of 1:37. So for those of you guys who are looking at times, 6:28 is the top female in this age group. So here we are in this second 500 now. Just a reminder, the novice medals will be presented following this race. Looking for Ottawa, Youngston, Crosley, Mayer, Crosley, Jinx in the junior men. On the junior women, looking for Havergal, Lawrence, Ridley, Cook, and Ottawa, Laureate. That's the junior novice medals presented after this race. Please come to the awards area and present yourself. Here they come. Last 1,000 meters. It is still Haley Muir-Curry in lane 5 in the lead from Grimsby Secondary. Last year's winning time, under 7, so we're going to have to see some pretty fast finishes from these girls to make that. So that's Haley Muir-Curry, Isabel Froelich from Grimsby, both of Grimsby. Followed by Lauren Bloom of Ottawa Rowing Club. Then we have Hannah Forgeron, Nicole Yarzan. Let's see what happens in this last 600 meters. That's just over 2 minutes to go. Who has it to go for the end here? Remember, this is the first flight of 2. Okay, starting to push here for the last 400 meters. Gonna see some people starting to drop their splits down. Here they go into that last minute of the race. Mercury is dropping her split. Lauren Bloom pushing hard now. See if she can make up that difference on Isabel Froelich. Neck and neck for the 4th, 5th, and 6th. Coming to the finish. Let's cheer them on in now, the last few competitors. We have St. Joan of Arc, Barry Rowing Club, Grimsby, Havergal, St. Mary's, Don Rowing Club, Leander Boat Club, Trent University, E.L. Crosley, Notre Dame, Governor Simcoe, St. Joan of Arc, Ottawa Rowing Club. Huge different field, including Havergal. And we're going to do next the medal presentations for the junior men's novice race. Coming forward to receive their medals, we had 6 competitors. In 3rd place from Ottawa Rowing Club, it is Marco Youngson. In 2nd from E.L. Crosley, Patrick Mayer. And in 3rd place for the 1,000 meter junior men's novice winner, Matthew Jinks of E.L. Crosley with a time of 3:20.4. The next race will be the 2nd flight of the under-19 women, who are now coming forward. This includes St. Francis High School, Argonaut Boat Club, Branksome Hall, Eden High School, Don Rowing Club, St. Mary's, Leander, Barry, Don Rowing Club, E.L. Crosley, Welland Centennial, Detroit Waterfront Rowing Association, all the way here from Detroit, Durham Rowing Club, Holy Cross Secondary School, Branksome Hall, Ridley College, Buffalo Scholastic, and Hanlon Boat Club and Western Rowing Club. What a huge field we have in this race. Yep. The women? Okay. Okay, yep. Go ahead. You can take it. And now we'll do the medals for the junior women's novice race. We had 19 competitors. Remember, novice is 13 to 15 years old. In third place from Havergal College, Rebecca Lawrence. In second from Ridley College, Chloe Cook. And in first place from Ottawa Rowing Club, Madeline Lorio, with a time of 3:49.0. Congratulations, junior women's novice.
All competitors, please try and get your drag and feet set quickly. The race will start as soon as all umpires have been seated.
And those are our novice medalists receiving their medals right now from Carol Purser, president of Rowing Canada Aviron. Carol started off as a rec rower and has progressed up to various things, including president of the CSSRA, which is the high school championships in June, chief umpire for various events, including the Canadian Henley Regatta, and now president of Rowing Canada. So this is the second flight of the under-19 women. It will be followed by the under-19 men's lightweight race, or the first flight of the under-19 men's lightweight. Hi.
Stop rowing and prepare for the start. Sit ready. Attention.
Okay, here they are into that middle 1,000 of the race. That's Maya Mescalite of Don Rowing Club in the lead, just slightly ahead of Detroit's Beatrice Bernard. That's Maya Mescalite trying to hold on to that lead, but it looks like she's being pressed by Beatrice Bernard of Detroit. Maya finished 5th last year in this event, and look, she's now moved back. Emma Levens beat her last year, and she is moving up in the field. The time to beat from the first heat was 7:27. Looks as though we're on track to beat that, but we'll see what happens in the last half of the race. Reminder, the next race is the under-19 men's lightweight flight number 1, the 1 o'clock race. So it's still hanging on by a thread. It's Mescalite and Bernard, and now Emma Levens is coming close. Those three are neck and neck as they come into the last 500 meters. Look at how tight that is. We'll see who's got a big finish. Let's watch the technique of these rowers. These are more experienced. They've got the better strength. They've got the posture. They've got the leg drive. Watch to see how well they row, and watch the differences in how they row. If you're a parent who's not familiar with rowing, try to see the technique. See the differences. See how much this is an all-around sport. And look as they come. 2:50 to go. 3 meters separating the top three. Bernard, Levens, and Mescalite. Who has trained the best to be able to have a big finish? Coming into the last 1 minute for those top three. It's still Beatrice, slightly ahead from Detroit. Look at those splits on the far right. See who's going to make the big finish now. 20 strokes to go for these rowers. Beatrice taking the split down into 1:43. She's got to finish. What are the other girls going to do to report about that? Let's see who can go for it. What a great race, how tight that field is. It looks as though all three of our medalists are in this second flight. Look how tight that race is when you look at all the results. Top 10 all within 18 seconds. Good job, buddy. Did okay. So now we're moving into the under 19 men's lightweight, the first flight of 2. We have 56 competitors in this race. Now we've started to get a few more schools involved and clubs. We have Grimsby Secondary, Eden, Argonaut Rowing Club, Don Rowing Club, Upper Canada College, Ridley College, Blessed Trinity, St. Thomas Aquinas from London, Ontario, Ottawa Rowing Club, Upper Canada College, Island Lake Rowing Club. So that's just the first flight of 2 in this under 19 lightweight boys. Remember, all of these competitors had to weigh in earlier today. 75 kilograms was the max weight. If they didn't make weight, they actually race at the same time, and their time then gets moved to the... Oh, hang on, I got some pages. Sorry, I spread them out so that I can see them. There you go. Is that the next one? Yeah, and then the next 2. Great, thanks. What are we doing? I see the under 19 lightweight here. That's all I have.
All competitors, get your feet and your drag set as quickly as possible. Race will start as soon as all officials are seated.
Don't forget, you can go over to those vendors. I know that the On-Spot Apparel, which does the official shirts, will sometimes print a shirt, and you can even put your own time on that race or whatever it is you feel you want to have added on the back of the logo. So vendors include Regatta Sport, On-Spot Apparel, Canuck Rowing, Row House, and Skull House Rowing. And Bryan College is giving massages for those who are looking to loosen up after their race or even before the race. And as we move into the afternoon, I just want to remind anyone that might have a medical issue, please make sure you let their medical staff know in advance so they can be watching for any possible problems.
Stop rowing
Keep an
and
eye on you.
prepare for the start.
So we have ergs from number 3 to number 30 in this race. 56 competitors overall. Last year's winner was Seth Moyer of Ridley College with a
Sit ready.
6:32.
Attention.
And they're off. That 6:32 last year was an average split of 1:38. Now that guy is off rowing at Yale University, so he's obviously one of the better rowers in this field. Let's see what this group of guys can do and how they can show themselves ready for university. We do have a number of university coaches here who are watching the rowing and very happy to talk with any athletes who are looking to move on to the university of their choice next year. So with a slight early lead, that's Christian McAlpine of Grimsby Secondary on erg number 6. 5. Can't read it. And by now they've settled into their pace with 500 meters gone. This is when they're showing their pacing, their consistency. Notice how the lightweights tend to row at a slightly higher rate than the open weight categories. These guys spinning along at about 30 strokes a minute or more. This is where that training and consistency and pacing plays in. Through the 1,000-meter mark, it continues to be Christian McAlpine in the lead from Grimsby, followed closely by Kai Bartel of Eden High School, and Grimsby's in third. Look at that battle for first and second. The pacing, right next to each other, sitting together. I'm sure they're watching back and forth. Every time thinking, is my split better than his split? Can I go any harder than I am? It's Bartel, now Bowles is in second. McAlpine just slightly dropping back in third. Now we're going to see who can do the final less than 2 minutes to go. It's a battle now between Bowles and Bartel. Bowles moving up. Look to see the length they get when they row, the quickness they have at the catch. Bowles moving out now. He's got 7 meters lead. And his split is dropping down. He's at 137. He's making a final push. The other guys aren't responding. They're waiting for that last part of the race. Can Bowles hang on? Remember, first flight of 2, they have to set the standard for everybody else. Coming into that last 100 meters. Last few strokes, what do they got? 6:41.4. What a tight field here. Look at the battle now as they come into the finish. All of these guys, the standard goal is to first break 7:30, then to break 7 minutes, and look how many of them are getting close to that time. They've got 1 month till the Ontario Championships. Let's see who can keep making improvements and get there. So we had 7 competitors under 7. And that's the first flight of 2. And here comes the second flight of junior under 19 men's lightweight rowers. He's got him plastic. Is that legal? I said, well, it's not mechanical. I said, normally he'd just take a newspaper and roll it up. So. Can I have a few minutes? Yeah.
Just to let everybody know, we do have some Concept 2 ergometers available for sale post-race, after the race. We're selling those Concept 2 ergometers. They're fresh from the factory, used one day at our competition today. The price is $1,225. So please make your way over to the race control desk to talk to Cynthia if you're interested in buying a erg from CIRC today. That's $1,225 all in. We've got a few left.
Two minutes to start.
Just also a reminder, the event today is live streaming. Super happy about the partnership with Time Team. Time Team's from the Netherlands and does indoor rowing events and is really the case for the new visualization. Yes?
Oh, good. I was hoping you'd do that soon. I noticed it was getting quiet. It was getting quiet. Oh, are you ready? I put it down on the paper. What? I always put it down.
Are you ready to race? How long to race?
In a minute, less than 2 minutes.
In less than, sorry, new batteries. In less than 2 minutes, we will be ready to race. That's really loud.
That's better. Sorry.
When the Worlds were there, 77? 79?
1 minute. Whoa. 1 minute to start.
So here we have the second flight of the under-19 men's lightweight rowers.
Check, check, check.
Time to beat from the first heat was 6:41.4.
Stop rowing and prepare for the start.
So I stopped at this point because I realized it retired. I couldn't have done it. They just overdo it.
Sit ready.
Here we go.
Attention.
All right, I'll let you call
Yeah, you switched it around.
What?
This used to have the hip hop on the back.
Yeah.
Good job. Yeah, I don't use the microphone.
Do you want it? We can put the hip hop on the other side.
No, I don't care. I don't care. No, that's fine. Oh, sure.
It's not about you. It's not all about you, man.
Okay, into the middle 1,000 now. And you can see that white boat. This is a new thing for the afternoon races. The white boat is last year's winning time. So we're going to see who can beat that winning time. So you can watch that pace boat in relation to our leader in this race. Right now it's Sam Zimble of Argonaut Rowing Club on erg number 16 in the lead. But close behind him is David Picard of St. Francis. is still Zimble and Picard with a slight lead, but look who's coming up. It's Stephen Harris of Guelph Rowing Club.
Attaboy, Cam, lock those knees down.
Medical. See all these lightweights keeping the rate up over 30. We'll see if they can keep that pace going in this third 500. It is still Zimble in the lead. Time to beat from the first race is 6:41. That's just over a 140 average split, so let's see. It looks like we're close on track. Looks as though those first three are holding on to that lead, but let's see who's paced themselves well. Who has it for the last 2 minutes of the race now? The tall, powerful, relaxed feeling. Relaxed in the face, relaxed in the posture, strong feeling. So here they come into that last 200 meters. Zimble almost on track to catch that time from last year. The meter's just counting down, last 100 meters. And the split dropping down, 138. Can he go more? Nathan Sauce moving up as well from Canisius. Here they go, last few strokes. You notice how those guys are all sitting next to each other, feeding off each other as they come into this race. That was some pretty amazing racing. Top 20 under 7 minutes. Next race we're going to be moving to is the under 19 men's open weight race. The first flight of 2 flights.
it's only a little box with hats in it. Okay. Do you want me to just bring it here? Sure. And I'll just put it there. And if you need help, just let me know.
So what about this pond? You said you asked about a pond.
Oh yeah, Matt. So Matt, like Argos is also going. So I need two.
We need another boat.
Okay. The problem is I need two brought down.
Okay.
So I need a midweight and a lightweight, and the midweight will get picked up and taken away, and then you would have use of two lightweight quads, and then at the end of the week, if he doesn't want the midweight, he'll bring the midweight back and swap it.
He's there at the same time we are?
The guy lives there.
Oh, okay. So if we took two down, we could use them both.
You would have the use of two lightweight quads.
Okay, the reason I'm saying it is that means we can take one off.
I'll talk to Derek.
Okay, great.
And I'll talk to Matt.
Because I mean, Derek had a plan, but I think if we relocate a couple of boats, we can make space.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
All right. Yeah, I'll just put the box right
My
there.
problem is shoe sizes. Okay, we were going to have to pay attention to that. Our one good food that we got last year, we're going to use it for like then. And you know these guys don't have feet. No, you're not walking.
I'm going to say hi to you.
I noticed they disappeared your name because it's too long.
Oh, yeah. See, Seth kept his record?
Yes, yes. Just by the time you did. Yep.
I'll drop it off.
Okay, thanks. I was told to look for you. In fact, when Haley was racing, I was looking for you.
I was watching it from up here.
I even looked.
What's he doing up there?
So who are you watching? And I said, well, Oklahoma's here looking at that girl. Oh. Yeah, did Caitlin tell you my funny thing? So I was down at the Canadian conference in Calgary. The promoter from Benderson was ML. She run with Katie Klassen when she was in Oklahoma.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Kendall, I think her last name is.
Yeah.
So really small world. She run with Katie Klassen. And I MJ. So out of the blue, there's these connections. I mean, here we are in California.
That's so random.
It really neat. It was. And so I emailed Katie. I told Katie right away, and she's all excited.
Well, the other girl that's on staff with us is Katie's best friend, Becca.
Oh, I know the name, Becca. I remember that. Yeah. Okay, so who else are you looking at?
Haley was the big reason. We were playing out actually.
She didn't do as well as I expected.
No, but
She just went bust. Oh, she's an awesome girl.
yeah.
Oh.
Just Skyped with her and
Yeah. And her parents are supportive.
yeah, they seem like super supportive kind of hands off.
Yep. And she is just wonderful, and she rose beautifully.
She kept it going. I mean, watching her do the last 150, I feel like that's a good indicator. I don't have a hiccup.
Yeah, no, I just, anyway. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh, give her some duties.
Yeah. Okay, so here we are in the under 19 men's race now, the first flight of two. We'll wait for all those results in the lightweight race to be tabulated. I think we're still waiting for the girls under 19. We're waiting for the men's results. And then we'll do the men's under 19 results, races. I think we're waiting for the guys to do all of the races together. Eden, if you're here, come see me. So now that we're moving into the under 19 men's race, we have Grimsby Secondary, Kingston Rowing Club, Hanlon Boat Club, Argonaut Rowing Club, St. Mary's School, Ottawa Rowing Club, Canisius High School, Ridley College, Don Rowing Club, St. Mary's School, Grimsby, we had Grimsby Secondary. And that's the first flight of two. Quick announcement.
Hi, I have an announcement for Nico Schramm. I was just wondering if you go to Dean's with me. There we go, that's all I wanted to do. Yay.
I think he heard that. I can identify with that. I proposed to my other half once over the PA system at the Worlds. So last year's winner of this
Stop rowing
under
and
19
prepare
was
for the
Adam
start.
Kroll of Don Rowing Club with a 6:13.6. Is that good?
Sit ready. Attention.
How are you feeling? Better and better? Yeah. I showed Siobhan. Oh, great.
Thank you.
Because I'm going to get some stuff from Fluid to take home.
Oh, perfect. Nancy?
How'd it go?
Really good.
Good. You did well.
Nice PB, so.
Oh, there you go. Okay, settling into the race, into that second 500 meters now. That's Thomas Lasher from Argonaut Rowing Club. And you notice again, these open weight rowers tend to row at a little lower stroke rate. In second, that's Max Caruso from Grimsby. These guys sitting pretty consistent now, sitting there at 141, trying to hold that split for the entire race. And that's Laurier Summers in third right now from Argonaut. And Canisius, Ottawa Rowing Club, Ridley College. So Adam Kroll is going to be in the next heat of this race. He was last year's winner. World record in this race is a 5:47, and it's been a long-standing record from Karsten Brodowski of Germany. In our second heat, we do have some of the top 5 finishers from last year's under-19 boys, so we'll see how we do. This sets the stage for the under-19 boys. Thomas Lashur still holding on to first place, but just slightly ahead of Caruso from Grimsby. Just watch how well these guys row. A lot of them have some years of experience behind them. See how linear they drive. See how smoothly they come forward and breathe as they come forward. Look at the good posture so they can breathe. Look at how quickly they jump on those legs at the catch. Just a reminder, all of these machines were brought in brand new, set up yesterday, put together, and after today's race, they're being picked up, all brand new for purchase, $1,225. If you want one for your basement training area, if you want one for your school, step forward and check in and ask about it. You can take one home today. And now Caruso's moved slightly into the lead. Lashur in second place. Summers still in third. Let's see what happens in this last 300 meters. Who's going to move up? Who's going to drop their split? It looks as though Lashur's split is going up and not down, but Summers is driving it down, 134. Let's see if he can make up that difference, 133, 32. He's making a big push here, last 200 meters. Final sprint here. And let's cheer them on in the last few strokes these guys have got. Getting ready for the season ahead. Good? Great. 11. Who is 11? 11. Hanlon. Lauren Beebrock. I know my table's becoming a mess. I'm sorry. I know. Normally, if I have an upper and a lower, I can put things in because normally I try to organize. Like this is what I announced from. This is my racing, and that's my results. So.
Did they have you ever had an upper and a lower here?
Yeah.
At this venue?
Yes.
So it exists somewhere.
Yeah, it was like this, and it had a little lip. Anyway, so here you want to get rid of this. The lightweights were faster than these heavyweights.
Funny.
Not good. Not good. I have to wear glasses, especially if you want to read my handwriting. Okay, sure. Yep, sure. Sure. Okay, let me tell you my system. So that's heat. That's the first heat. I've written down the winning time. Make sure you know. What do I say? What do I? No, but I want to know what. I don't have any bio. So anyway, so this is the next race. What I intend to do. Oh, good. It's only one page. Yeah, that's good. Because I looked at the next page and it's not. Okay, so lanes 7 to whatever. You can see how they're 7 to 16 is on the right. Okay, right now. Forget you don't want to figure out where speaking side is. So you're good at one page. Within 500, 300 meters, they set second or third position. We're on the far right. And then what I try to do is, I'll give you the pen. I tend to sort of put a little tick next to somebody who's in front, and that way, like, I've got an idea of who I'm following. I mentioned all the clubs, just because people like to know that. They can see that. The whiteboard on top is last year's record winner. Whiteboard, that's not a competitor. So here's just, you know, this is my sheet. This is Adam Cole last year. He's racing again. Okay. Yep.
Just to let everybody know, we're still selling the Concept 2 ergometers at the end of the race. We've got a few left. If you're interested, you can see Cynthia at Race Control. And we do have space in the Go the Distance race. Go the Distance race supports the CIRC charity, Unity Charity. You saw them hip-hop dancing at our halftime show. There's still space. Last I checked, the odds of winning a brand new erg were 1 in 22. One chance in 22. It's a $30 donation and a chance to win a brand new erg today. Warming up on the ergs, the second flight of the men's under 19.
Less than 3 minutes to start.
We're going to hand the color commentary over to Peter Cookson.
Have fun.
Dave, don't interfere with Dave, so you just say, hey, looking forward to the race. Handle's ready. Ready to race.
All right, we're getting ready to race. Get your handles ready.
Dave does the race, so don't just he just holds them.
Stop rowing and prepare for the start. Sit ready. Attention.
And we're off in the men's U19 race. In lane 17, we have last year's winner, Adam Kroll from the Dawn Rowing Club in lane 17. Last year, Adam was first with a time of 6:13.6, right on track where he is today. Coming up to the first 500 meters, it's still Adam Kroll from the Don Rowing Club, followed by Aidan Hembrough from the Ottawa Rowing Club. And in third place right now from the Argonaut Rowing Club, Michael Sapila. We see some good, strong rowing from all these young athletes. Let's cheer them on as they come to the halfway mark. And again, last year, Adam Kroll again, who's in first place, coming up to the 1,000-meter mark in a time of 6:13.6 from last year, and he's close to being on track for that again this year. Followed closely by Aidan Hembrough from the Ottawa Rowing Club. Oh, and moving into second place from the Argonaut Rowing Club, Michael Sapila. And now moving up into the race from the Argonaut Rowing Club, William Simpson. And let's cheer them on in ergs 17 and 18. Adam Kroll from the Don Rowing Club and 18 William Simpson from the Argonaut Rowing Club. A really good race going on in the middle of the pack. This is where the athletes are really gutting it out, pushing themselves. All right, we have our leaders coming up close to that 500-meter mark to go. Still Adam Kroll from the Don Rowing Club, followed by William Simpson of the Argonaut Rowing Club and Michael Sapila of the Argonaut Rowing Club. And in fourth place, Aidan Hembrough from the Ottawa Rowing Club. Less than 500 meters to go. Watch these athletes go as they sprint towards the line. And the last 200 meters coming up for these top athletes. Let's cheer them on as they go to the finish line. Still Adam Kroll from the Dawn Rowing Club and William Simpson from the Argonaut Rowing Club fighting it out for the lead here. And they're in their last 10 strokes for our leaders. Cheer them on. Let's keep it going. Cheer them on as they come to the finish line for our competitors in the men's under 19. And a big round of applause for our men's under 19 competitors. And the winner, Adam Kroll from the Dawn Rowing Club in a time of 6:15.2. Well done. Coach, tell me a little bit about your athlete, Adam.
No, he did a good performance, so I'm very happy for him. And he came from behind, very constant, so I was happy with his performance.
Were you happy with his performance relative to where he's been progressing this year in terms of where he is right now in his training program?
Yes, I think he's in a good pathway. He has to improve in the water, try to reflect what's we're training right now in the winter, reflect that in the water when the season starts. And we're going to do a training camp for starting to moving forward.
And where do you see Adam going in the summertime? What do you think his plans are for the summer?
I think the plan is to represent Canada in the Junior Worlds. That's the big plan. Yeah.
Great. Well, a big cheer for our under 19 men's competitors. Coach, and can you explain a little bit about your athletes and how they performed in the men's under 19 race?
I just had one athlete, Evan, and he did really well. He really negative split it and really went after it, really stayed focused on his own screen.
And what was his race plan? Did he follow his race plan?
Very well. Just stay long, focus on himself, and negative split.
Great. Well, congratulations, Coach. And our next race on the program will be a combined race of the lightweight under 23 women and the women's under 23 women. again, this will be a race of lightweight women's under 23 and women's under 23. Qualifying time for the Crash Bees is 7:16.2 for the lightweight women and 6:43.9 for the heavyweight women. Last year's winner in the women's event, Kendra Wells from the University of Toronto. And the winner in the lightweight women from last year, Mary Jo Weir from Carleton University in a time of 7:25.5. The world record in the women's lightweight event is actually held by Canadian Jennifer Casson in a time of 6:53.8.
Three minutes to start. 3 minutes.
We have 3 minutes till the start time for this women's lightweight under 23 and women's under 23 event. The athletes are doing their final preparation as we get ready for this women's lightweight under 23 and women's under 23 event.
Stop rowing and prepare for the start. Sit ready. Attention.
And they're off in this women's lightweight under 23 and women's under 23 event. And we're off to a good start from all the competitors in this really difficult, grueling race. 2,000 meters, flat out. Now you notice the athletes getting into the rhythm as they push every stroke, keeping those splits where they want them as they get into their race plan. And coming up to that first 300 meters, we have Emma Dockeray from the Sudbury Rowing Club in first, followed by Niamh McKay from Carleton. And on the lightweight women's side, we have Jordan Isnor from Brock and Bonnie Reynolds from Brock.
To leave it here. Okay. How you doing, by the way?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
Good, thank you.
Good to see you. Are you still coaching at, I guess you're still coaching at Ridley, yeah?
Yeah. Good. We're heading out soon, so she said to leave it here. Thank you.
Through that first 500 meters in the women's under 23 event, Emma Dockeray from Sudbury and Niamh McKay from Carleton. Still 1-2 in that race, followed by Paige Burns from Trent University. On lightweight women, Jordan Isnor from Brock and Benny Reynolds from Brock, followed by Queen's Greta Chase. We have some good, tight racing going on here. Women's lightweight still Jordan Isnor from Brock, followed by Bonnie Reynolds from Brock. And then closely followed by Greta Chase from Queens. And Julia Toljajic from University of Toronto Rowing Club. On the women's under 23 side, still very close. Emma Dockeray in first, followed by Niamh McKay from Carleton. And in third place in the women's under 23, just close to second place, Paige Burns from Trent University. And we're through that 1,000 meters for both the lightweights and the heavyweights as we push towards the finish line here. Athletes trying to keep their posture, keep strong as they go towards it. It's through the 7:50 mark for our women's under 23. Emma Dockeray from Sudbury, followed by Niamh McKay from Carleton and Paige Burns from Trent. Lightweights, we have Jordan Isnor from Brock, Bonnie Reynolds from Brock, and Greta Chase from Queens. right, let's cheer on our competitor as we go into this last 500 meters. A very good race in our women's under 23. Emma Dockeray still in first, followed by Neve McKay from Carleton and Paige Burns from Trent. And in fourth place from the University of Guelph, Jessica Drzicki. On our lightweight, still Jordan Isner and Bonnie Reynolds fighting it out, followed by Greta Chase from Queens. And Julia Toljacek from University of Toronto. And the athletes here pushing towards that finish line, working hard, picking up that flywheel as they push towards that finish line. And the women's lightweight still very, very. Bonnie Reynolds has taken over first place from Jordan Isner from Brock University, followed by Greta Chase from Queens. And in the women's under 23, still Emma Dockeray and Neve McKay fighting it out with Paige Evans from Trent in third. All right, let's cheer them on as they head towards the finish line. Into those last few strokes for the lightweights and the heavyweights as we push towards the finish line here. And a big cheer for our women's lightweight under 23 and women's under 23 competitors. Women's under 23, the winner, Jordan Isner from Brock University, followed by Bonnie Reynolds from Brock and Greta Chase from Queens. On the women's under 23, Emma Dockeray from Sudbury, followed by Neve McKay from Carleton and Paige Evans from Trent. A big hand to all of our competitors. Our under 19 competitor medal winners, please congregate near the podium. We'll have the medal presentations for the under 19 events.
So you should have them, and then we'll get you to announce. So that race is done, right?
Yes.
So just put that on your floor. I was in the washroom and just like it's just cutting through. It's fantastic. It's great. I like Nancy. She's great.
Well, she should be. We should do it together.
Yeah.
Because she has all the stats. I don't have the stats yet. Okay, so.
So we're gonna do call these people.
Okay.
These people just to get them to come together.
And we need the following people from our under 19 events. From the women's lightweight under 19 in first place, Mary Law from the Argonaut Rowing Club. From St. Mary's School, Abby Mallette. And from Ridley College, Charlotte Drennan. Please go to the podium. Our women's under 19 winners From Detroit Waterfront Rowing Association, Beatrice Bernard. From E.L. Crosley Secondary School, Emma Levens. And from the Dawn Rowing Club, Maya Meshkulet. And our men's lightweight under 19 winners from the Argonaut Rowing Club, Sam Zimbal. From Guelph Rowing Club, Stephen Harris. And from Canisius High School, Nathaniel Sass. Our medal presentations, Catherine Holland presenting medals to the lightweight women's under 19 winners. Catherine Holland from the Mississauga Sports Council presenting medals to our champions in the lightweight under 19 category. And also from our men's under 19. If I could have the following people approach the podium. From the Dawn Rowing Club, Adam Kroll. From the Argonaut Rowing Club, William Simpson. And Michael Sapila from the Argonaut Rowing Club. Our medal presentations, big round of applause for our winners on the under 19 women's event. Next on the podium will be our under 19 lightweight women's winners. Again presented by Catherine Holland from the Mississauga Sports Council. Where do the results go now? And a big round of applause for our under 19 lightweight women's winners.
We're a minute ahead. No, that's what I was told. We're a minute ahead. No, 2:15 is this race. Okay, so we're good, and Peter. More medals. More medals. You've got them. You've got them.
Right, next onto the podium will be the under 19 men's winners. Sorry, on the podium actually is our under 19 lightweight men's champions. A big round of applause for our lightweight under 19 champion, Sam Zimbal from the Argonaut Rowing Club, Stephen Harris from the Guelph Rowing Club, and Nathaniel Sass from Canisius High School. And now on the podium are under 19 men's champions. Our under 19 champions, Adam Kroll from the Dawn Rowing Club, William Simpson from the Argonaut Rowing Club, and Michael Sapila from the Argonaut Rowing Club. And after this medal presentation, our women's under 23 race is just about ready to start. Where do I find them? And a big round of applause for our under 19 men's champions. Okay, now where do I find the stops for the next one?
Stop rowing and prepare for the start. Sit ready. Attention.
You did great at calling the race, like the legs and all that stuff. Yeah, you got excited. I love the coaching commentary.
Okay, we're into our under 23 women's event. Heat 2. We have some very strong competitors in this race.
What was the winning time in the first heat? You didn't write it down. We don't have an award presentation per person for that. So I don't know, you never know, you could get drafted for that.
So who do we have here that's...
Okay, so right now you've got 31, 16, 19. Oh, okay, hang on, 31. Okay, that's Grace Vandenbroek.
Yeah.
Oh, 31's not on here. That's the fun of this draw.
Yeah. All right, we have a great race shaping up. We have Grace Vandenbroek from the Peterborough Rowing Club.
Last year's winner of the under-17.
Last year's winner of the under-19 event. A member of our junior world team.
And under-23.
And under-23 team. Grace Vandenbroek from Peterborough in a time of 6:58.5 last year.
Yep.
The qualifying time for this event is 6:52.2 for the Crash Bees.
I hate to say, no, that was under 19.
Okay.
Yeah, so 6:43.
Oh, well, we don't need to know that.
See, you and I can say.
And another great race shaping up here. Still Grace Vandenbroek in the front.
She should win. But, so she's ahead of the record.
Followed by Janelle Smeltzer from Laurentian University.
They're ahead of last year's winning
And
time.
they're ahead of last year's winning time from Kendra Wells of the U of T at a time of 7:05 last year. And on track this year is Grace Vandenbroek from Peterborough, ahead of that time at currently in the race.
And Yara Ansminger is third. She's currently in third.
In third place from the Dawn Rowing Club right now, Yara Ensminger from the Dawn Rowing Club.
And fourth is...
Fourth, Anna Maloney.
Anna Maloney.
That's a problem.
Here, right here.
And in fourth place right now from Brock University, Anna Maloney.
And I don't have 31 on my list, so that's something. Where's she from? Doesn't say. Forget it. Also somebody. I can't read it.
Coming up to the 1,000-meter mark, still very good race between Grace Vandenbroek, Janelle from Laurentian University, Janelle Smeltzer from Laurentian, and Yara Enswinger from the Dawn Rowing Club. We've just had Yara Enswinger from the Dawn Rowing Club go into second place, slightly ahead of Janelle Smeltzer from Laurentian University. Coming up to that 850-meter mark to go. This is where the athletes are really feeling it. We need to cheer them on as they push through this part of the race. They're sitting nice and tall, pushing themselves. Strong through their legs, good posture as they head towards the last part of this race. Grace Vandenbroek still in first place, still ahead of last year's winning time. Let's cheer them on now as they head towards this last 650 meters.
Janelle's rate is too low. That's her problem. I don't even know. 24. Yeah, other side. That's why it's creeping up.
See all the athletes going towards the catch part of the stroke, trying to pick up that flywheel and push it along all the way through the finish of the stroke. And there are 500 meters to go. Grace Vandenbroek from Peterborough, Yara Enswinger from the Dawn Rowing Club, and Jenna Smeltzer from Laurentian. And now in the fourth place from McMaster. From McMaster, Kira Allen moving into fourth place. And still heading to that last 300 meters. We have Grace Vandenbroek 12 meters ahead of last year's time. And Yara Enswinger from Dawn Rowing Club. Followed by Kira Allen from McMaster. Two of them now ahead of last year's winning time. Let's push them on as they go into this last 200 meters.
Look at the race, 37, 36. Yeah, glasses up, glasses down.
We're into our last 20 strokes for our leaders. Let's push them on as they try to finish off this race strongly.
37 strokes a minute.
And our leaders right now at 40 strokes a minute from Grace, 37 from Yara as they push towards this last few strokes. And a real strong move towards the finish line from our competitors here. And it's a really tight going towards the finish line as we still have our competitors pushing towards that line. Cheer them on as they go into this last few strokes of this race.
I don't know how fast the first heat was. It looks like we have all the medals coming from this race. Still last person coming in. 30.
We still have our...
Paige Hutchinson.
Let's cheer on our last competitors as we go towards the finish line here. And a round of applause for all these great competitors in this women's under 23 event. Our winner, Grace Vandenbroek from Peterborough Rowing Club in a time of 7:00.2.
fill the dead air with whatever you need. So you got 5 minutes to the next race.
Talk about the officials, and I'll go find some coaches.
Just want you all to notice these bright yellow shirts are all of our umpires who have been helping throughout the day. They are licensed umpires. They go through a process to get their accreditation through Rowing Canada and Row Ontario. Most of them are. And they've been helping throughout the day, doing an amazing job. Each one has 2 ergs that they're watching to help with your setting up every monitor and making sure the ergs are all set for you and writing down the times. A big thanks to Claire Barber and her medical team. They've been doing an amazing job helping with the athletes, as well as to our Sky Zone medical staff, Tony and Devin, or Tom and Devin. Just a quick reminder, if you need to get a massage, Bryan College is still over there doing an amazing job with massages for people after their race and sometimes before. The vendors are selling all kinds of great stuff for your rowing season ahead if you're planning on rowing. Pick up some shorts or some high-tech clothing. Regatta Sport, On Spot Apparel, the official shirts, Canuck Rowing, Row House, Skull House, and also stop by some of those university tables if you're at all thinking about the universities. I know that right now watching their rowers, because all these under 23s are serious university rowers, but we have reps. I know that I've seen Guelph and U of T and Brock and Western, and I'm not sure, I think I missed one. So this is a big time opportunity for those coaches to see the athletes, but also for the athletes to see them and be able to ask questions of them about their university program. You notice we're right now on schedule, so it gives you a chance to quickly run in and either have a quick pit stop or grab something. In the under 23 men, we have 2 races. At 2:30 is the under 23 lightweight men, and then at 2:45 is the under 23 open weight men. Last year's winner of the lightweight men was Nick Grubik of Queens. We have 16 competitors this year. Last year was actually 38 in that field. So last year's winning time was 6:16.2. I think a lot of these guys are going to try to beat that. We're going over to Peter to talk to some of the coaches.
Right now I have with me Matt Waddell from Western University. Matt, how many competitors do you have here today?
I think around 20 between the men's and women's teams.
And are you happy with the performance today from your athletes?
Yeah, everything's going well. Looking forward to seeing the guys' team getting ready to race, and just having some athletes who are learning how to deal with race day and getting ready, and seeing how that works on their results.
And Matt, how did you prepare the athletes to race today? What was your preparation strategy?
We got a new erg room at Western this year, so we've been doing a lot more team workouts, which has been a lot of fun. And trying to keep a certain number of workouts every week the same so that we can have athletes see their progress and work on their strategies.
Great, thanks, Matt.
So we've got about a minute before the next race, unless we've got another quick interview down there. I'll lay the field for this next race. Okay, so now we have the under 23 light men. On ergs number 8 to 24, we've got Queen's University, Trent University, Brock University, University of Ottawa, University of Western Ontario, Canisius High School. Trent? Now, the reason I say high school is this is an age category event. So for those high school rowers who are over the 18, they have to go in the under 23 event. So we're getting ready for the start of this under 23 light men's race.
Sit ready. Attention.
Watch as they take off. They're extremely explosive. The lightweights tend to keep their rate up a little bit more. We're watching as some of these guys start to lengthen out. I saw some rates up in the high 40s for their start. Now they're settling into the 30s. Last year's 6th place in this race was Spencer Keelar with a 6:34. I know he's going to make that improvement this year. He's already ahead of last year's winning time. Spencer Keelar from Trent University. Don't forget, you can still enter for that Go for the Distance race at the end of the day. That's a 4-minute row, and it is not the winner, but it is one competitor from that race who will win an erg. So if you register for that race and you do the 4 minutes, you can have the chance to win an erg. What an opportunity to spend just $30 and have a chance to win an erg, and you don't even have to kill yourself. So even a parent who wants to get out there and try it, there's still a few lanes available. That's the Go for the Distance race at the end of the day. What a fantastic opportunity to win an erg. Save yourself $1,225. And anyone who is still looking to purchase an erg, I know there are still, I think, 5 or 6 for sale from this year's event. All of these beautiful brand new machines, used only today, are available for sale. You need to talk to the regatta chairman or someone else in one of the bright yellow shirts, and they can direct you to the right person. Okay, they've settled on in. They're approaching that middle of the race course, and they've just lost the speed of the record holder from last year. But it is still Spencer Keelar in the lead, but look how tight it is still. We have 2 Brock rowers just behind him. That's Jacob Martins of Brock University, currently in 2nd position, followed by Jonathan Sinqua. Sinquina of Western. But now they've hit that second half. We're going to see. Okay, 750 meters to go. It is tight. It's Western and Trent and Brock fighting it out for those top few spots. Thomas Markowitz trying to stay with them, currently in 4th. But Jonathan Sinquina now in 2nd, 1st place. This is the battle of the universities. Western, Trent, Brock, and then look at all those Western rowers. This is a big test for these university guys who've been sitting on ergs all winter. Many of them getting ready for their training camp, their spring training camp. It's still Western, Trent, Brock. Let's see what's going to happen now as they go into the last less than 500 meters to go. Just about 40 strokes to go for some of these guys. Starting to take it home, starting to bring up the rate with better posture, better quickness. Let's see who can do a big finish now. It is tight. Keelar 3 meters behind. Jacob Martin's just 6 meters back. Who can do it in the last 30 strokes now? Keelar, Sinquina, Martins, Gogan. What a great race here. Keelar comes back into first. He's up at 38 strokes a minute, cranking that rate up. Last 100 meters. Let's see the quickness. Here they go. Martin's only 8 meters back. Can he make a difference? He's trying to go for the medals. 7 meters. Martin's is in second. Who's going to get it now? Who's going to get third? What a great race. Wasn't that tight? 6:20. Look how tight that finish is for those top few. Top 4 all within 2 seconds. And let's cheer them on in these last few. Here they come. It looks as though we're ready for another of those interviews. Looks as though I see Peter Cookson over with one of our national team coaches. Here he comes.
A great race from our under 23 lightweight men. A big round of applause for under 23 lightweight men. I'm here with Terry Paul from Rowing Canada. Terry is responsible for our men's program and is here for, Terry, why are you here at this race?
Well, I got invited to the Next Gen camp that was held over at the CSIO that was run by Carol and the other hub coaches. So got to meet quite a few of the athletes that are here today. But obviously to be here as well and double up and see this and good competitive level racing at this time of the year is really exciting.
And Terry, do you see any of these athletes moving towards the under 23 program this summer for Rowing Canada?
We're counting on it, yeah, definitely.
And Terry, what are you looking for from the athletes in terms of here? What's the message you're giving to the athletes at this level?
Well, I think the event here and the result isn't as important as it's a reflection of their training right now. And it could be a bit of an eye-opener for some people, and there's lots of time to really prepare well for speed orders and get ready for our selection in June.
Great. Thanks very much, Terry.
What a great field, that under 23 men's field. We do send a team to the World Under 23 World Championships. We do send a team to the Senior World Championships. And every year they're looking for good new bodies. And this is a great training ground to catch them. So it's nice to see that Terry Paul is here all the way from the Victoria area, where the national team has been training for the last many years. There is a new training center right now designated for Rowing Canada, which will start in a couple of years, just up island on Vancouver Island. The next race is scheduled in 5 minutes, is the under 23 open weight men. We have 30 competitors in this race, starting on erg number 2 or 3 and moving to erg number 31. Last year's winner of the under 23 men was Gavin Stone of Queen's University. Now, Gavin isn't racing again, but last year's third place finisher, Charles Alexander, is. He's on erg number 17 from Laurentian University. Last year's winning time was 5:56.1. And even Charles broke that 6-minute mark, that magic 6-minute mark that all of these guys are going for nowadays. And let's go back to Peter Cookson for another interview.
Great, thank you, Nancy. I have with me one of Canada's famous athletes, Mike Forgeron, 1992 Olympic gold medalist and 1996 in the men's double. Mike, great to see you, and I hear you're racing today.
Yes, 3:15, Peter. I'm looking forward to it.
Great. That's fantastic to see you still racing, Mike, and you have a lot of young competitors to go against. I guess you're in the open men's event today?
Yeah, I'm in the open men's event. It'll be a little bit like Sesame Street. One of these things will be not like the other. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm expecting everybody in the event that's younger than I am to beat me. So gauntlet thrown.
Mike, you've been doing this now for a long time, so you must do a lot of training to get yourself ready for this. What's kind of your preparation for a race like this?
So for a race like this, where we're coming in, particularly in a closed environment, where we're looking at something where there's going to be a lot of oxygen burned. I try to, about a month before, start to ramp up the rates and the speeds and do a little bit shorter stuff to try and do some aerobic work and kind of work Krebs cycle and do kind of a lot of things that would take the base that I've developed over the years or that you've developed in the fall and move that into more of a high performance peak period, kind of in the 2 or 3 weeks before the race.
That sounds great, Mike. I know you've done this for quite a few years, and I know that you have a expectation of your time today. Can you give us a kind of a feel for that?
Yeah, I think I'll be just a bit under 6:35, Peter, which is really good. Which hopefully will put me in the middle of the pack with the event. And one of the things I like doing here is coming and racing the open event because it keeps me in touch with everybody that's in the sport currently, and everyone's kind of out there and they're gunning. I really enjoy that part of it.
Well, that's great, Mike, and we look forward to cheering you on in the next race, and good luck.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks. No, it is.
Awesome. Some of these previous Olympians, an Olympian is always an Olympian, but previous competitors at the Olympics coming back to race again. I believe in the open we'll have a couple of them. So we're getting ready now for the under 23 event. Amazingly enough, the world record for under 23, which is really under 29 because they don't have an under 23 category, is 5:35. We'll have a tough time matching that time, but we've got under 6 minutes definitely planned for some of these guys here. 30 competitors in this under 23 event from Trent University, U of T, Queen's, Guelph, Western, Carleton, Ottawa, Laurentian, and I think that's it. Now, these guys pretty much all have experience, so we're going to watch to see how well they can pace themselves. Last year's record from Gavin Stone is an average split of 1:29. Of course, that breaks it the 6-minute mark. 6 minutes, 1:30 splits.
Stop rowing and prepare for the start.
So we'll get ready for this next one. This is the only flight of the under 23s. Who wins gets the gold.
Sit ready. Attention.
Okay, already within the first 100 meters, they're starting to separate themselves. Amazing power these guys have. Starting to see them settle into their rates. Look how steady they are. Look how smooth they are. Now, if you were watching the high school kids earlier, you might have noticed different hand levels. These guys tend to have their hands nice and level, all the way forward, all the way back, which really helps them be able to breathe more. When the high school kids were rowing, you saw a lot of hands dropping down and going up. I saw a lot of heads going down and back up. Here, we see these guys just like machines. Those strong, straight arms as they push with the legs. That's good core strength with the body. The explosive drive right through to the finish with that good arm pull. Good posture at the catch and at the finish. And right now it's Laurentian's Charles Alexander in the lead. Slightly ahead of last year's winning time. He's trying to stay under that 6-minute time. 1:29. Hold on to it, buddy. So our leader, Charles Alexander, you know, he rode on the under-23 Worlds this past summer. He's trying to prove that he should be in it again and keep moving up to that senior level. He is ahead of last year's winning time from Gavin Stone. It's tight, though. He's just slightly ahead. Can he keep that 1:29 throughout the body of the race? He's in the third 500. Just behind him, it's Curtis Ames from Western.
Nice job, Sam.
And then Hunter Amesbury of Carleton. Alexander still sitting in that 2 meters ahead of the pace. Looking pretty steady, 1:30, 1:29 splits. Let's see if he can do it for that last 700 meters now. Knowing a race plan, knowing how to attack the end of the race. Every stroke, thinking about something that's going to help them to row better. Positive thinking, good breathing. Alexander now 3 meters ahead. He's staying ahead of that pace. He's gunning for it. Look at the relaxation on their face. You can tell when they're relaxed and just focused on what they're doing. Coming into the last 400 meters, and look, Alexander dropping it, the hammer down. He has less than a minute to go. Up at 40 strokes a minute, and look at him go. It's still Curtis Ames in second position. Hunter Amesbury in third. Those three look as though they've moved into the solid medal positions. Not sure if David Dumas can catch up. Here they come in the last 15, 20 strokes. Big finish now, big finish. Sitting nice and tall, using the legs. Quickness of the power. Just watching the power in their drive, watching how fast they can get the legs down. Everybody going for a personal best time. Always trying to get that closest to the 6-minute mark. Look at these guys. Big finish here, big finish. Sitting really tall and just going for it. Awesome, this under 23 men's race. Look at these guys go. Just got a couple of guys still coming across the line. Now, this is a real forerunner for what's happening in the university rowing. Years ago, we never had these guys under 6 minutes, so this is really impressive to see how strong, how powerful they can be, and also how solid these university programs are.
And a great round of applause for our under 23 men's racers. And I have with me right now Carol Love from Rowing Canada. Carol, thanks for being here. What's your role here today?
Well, I'm one of the next gen hub coaches, so we're watching for new talent, and we're watching the talent within the hubs perform today.
So can you explain to me what the hubs are?
We're looking for the next generation of athletes that can stand on the podium for rowing for Canada.
So you're looking for all that young talent who you think can be Olympic champions in the future?
Well, exactly. So we're looking at the clubs, at the universities. We know what we need, and a lot of them are performing today. For instance, that race right there, we know we had 6 or 8 guys. There's the winner who set a new world record, or a new Canadian record for that. So we're watching the athletes develop. We're looking for best performances here. They're going on the water in a few months, so they'll be in some of your under 23 and junior boats.
And Carol, can you give your top 3 tips for young rowers in terms of what they should be thinking about and how they should prepare themselves?
Well, I think it's all about the work ethic and building the big engines, and so it's persistence and excellence, and it takes a lot of work. It's not easy.
Great, thank you, Carol.
Maybe if we're lucky, we can have Carol give out medals for the next session of medals. So we're going to wait for all the results of the under 23 men and women so we can present those medals all together. So that should be about another 10 or 15 minutes. The next race, the 3 o'clock race, we've got about 5 minutes, is the lightweight and open weight women. On ergs 1 to 6, we will have our lightweight open competitors. Last year's winner, Carly Zanata, is back and defending her gold medal. Carly this year is from Brock University. Last year she was from Guelph. So she'll be on erg number 3. She had a time of 7:22.8. She's trying to beat that. Then over on the other side, on ergs number 26 to 32, we have our open weight women. Last year's Open winner was Sarah Rothwell from Kingston Rowing Club, one of our national team hopefuls, with a 6:51.0, a very competitive time.
I have with me now the winner of the men's under-23 event, Charlie Alexander. Charlie, fantastic race. How did it go?
Quick. I don't know. Just went out, paced, did what I wanted to do, and then stepped it up in the last 5.
Did you meet your goal? Was that what you were aiming for? 5:51 or a new record?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting a new record, but I mean, it feels good. But no, I was looking more towards 5:55, so I go to Worlds. But yeah, 4 seconds under that's never bad. So.
Well, you've qualified for the Crash Beat World Championships now. Fantastic. Well done, Charlie.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Now I'm with the coach, Amanda Schweinbenz from Laurentian University, coach of Charlie Alexander, winner of the men's under-23. Amanda, how's the preparation gone for your athletes? Obviously very good. You've had athletes doing well all day today when you've had the women's Emma Dockery from the under-23. You've had Charlie from the under-23 men's. How's the preparation's gone? Very good. What advice do you have to give to all the young rowers here?
Well, it's really important for the athletes to take ownership of what they want to be getting out of this and how they want to be successful. And so if they set that up ahead of time and set their plan in motion, they're going to have a great experience.
And Amanda, you come from a long way. You come from Sudbury. So what's the word? What do you tell the athletes? You say you're getting into a competitive environment. Obviously, it's very important for your athletes. Is that the message you give to them?
Well, I don't want to get them too freaked out about coming and being in this type of environment. We just want them, again, to focus on their plan and get excited about being around other really great athletes and having the opportunity to race against some really wonderful people and some really great racers.
Great. Thank you, Amanda.
That's great words of wisdom for the last few competitors we have today. Do your best. Be excited to race. And focus on yourself. So our next race, lightweight open women and open women. Ergs 1 to 6. The lightweight's over on my side of the field, and the open weight's over on the far side. It's a smaller field this year. Last year in the open women, we had 12 competitors. Sometimes we even get the national team to come down here for this event. But it depends on their training schedule and their location at the time. Right now, most of the women are training out in Victoria for the national team. So in our lightweight field, we have Skullhouse Rowing, Nipissing University, that's our first competitor from Nipissing, Brock University, U of T, and Skullhouse again, and Nipissing. In the open rowing, we've got McMaster, Laurentian, Brock University, Sudbury Rowing Club, Queen's University, and Dawn Rowing Club. So a real mixture in both of these races. Again, just going for their personal best times. In the lightweight field, Carly is pretty much the only competitor back from last year who's going to be in the top 3.
Stop rowing and prepare for the start.
And here we go.
Sit ready. Attention.
Seems so much quieter when the high school girls and boys are all gone. Not as much cheering and yelling. So that means you spectators are required to do as much as you can to motivate these girls. Especially when they get through that middle section, I want you to start to give them some encouragement. Carly Zanata out to try to beat her record time from last year. Still up at 37 strokes a minute. True lightweight, rowing at the high rate. Whereas then you look at the open weight category, and they tend to be in the 20s a little bit more. But right now, Cassidy Deanne from Queens is in the lead, and she's the one with the rate over 30 in the open category. Let's see how her pacing and her training is going as they come into that second 500. We do plan to do the medal ceremonies for the under 23 group all as a unit. So if you were in the medal group, please make sure you get yourself changed and ready to go over the awards area. And Carly Zanata still ahead of her record time, with Amelia Langil from Nipissing in second position right now. And over on the open weight side, it's Cassidy Dean of Queen's University holding on to a lead over Michelle Kennedy of Laurentian and Emma Tingling of McMaster. But you never know what's going to happen in the second half of the race. It's still pretty close between second, third, and fourth, and even fifth in the open weight race. In fact, you don't even know how those Skullhouse rowers are going to do in the second half of their lightweight race. Who has paced well and who can go for it? Carly Zanata still sitting at that 151, holding on to her record pace. Again, watch the technique. Watch how linear they drive. Watch how well they keep their posture up and can breathe. Watch how explosive they are with that arm pull. Cassidy Dean is the one open weight who's really keeping her rate up and attacking it. She has a solid lead in that open weight race. Really going for it over there. It was Kingston Rowing Club that won it last year, so she's keeping up the honor of the Kingston area. Still a good battle in the lightweight race for second, third, and fourth. Nobody giving in, and look at the same thing in the open weight race. Second, third, and fourth. All fairly close together. Carly Zanata only 1 meter ahead, and now she's even with last year's time. Can she have a good last 600 meters to go for it? She's going to keep that posture up. She's going to drive with the legs. She's going to keep accelerating, being positive, powerful. Less than 2 minutes to go for Carly. Less than 2 minutes to go for Cassidy. Let's bring them on home now. Every stroke counts. Every stroke with a big, powerful legs. And here they come into the finish. Who's going to get it first? Cassidy still solid in the lead. But I don't know, maybe even Carly's going to beat her. Who's going to get that first place overall, light and heavy? It's a tight race. There's honor. Who can get first overall in the open weight category? Battling it out. Who's going to get it? 718.8. And now comes the battle for second, third, and fourth. It's still pretty tight. Second and third in the open weight, still really close. McMaster Laurentian battling it out. 3 meters separating them. 6 meters. Who's going to go for it? Congratulations, Carly was only 2 seconds off of last year's winning time. Okay, we're going to have one more race before the medal presentations for the under-23s. So during this open race for lightweight men and open men, could we ask our medal winners in all of the under-23 competitive races to come over? In the under-23 light women, that's Greta Chase, Bonnie Reynolds, and Jordan Isnor. In the under-23 women, that's Kira Allen, Yara Ensminger, Grace Vandenbroek. In the under-23 light, we just have some revised results posted. Third will go to Jonathan Sinquina. Second to Jacob Martins, and first to Spencer Keelar. And I'm just waiting for the open weight results. And just a reminder to Carol Love that you're presenting medals for this under 23 group, which is following this open men's race.
Breathing hard.
So the open men's race is about to start. We have 4 lightweight competitors, and the rest are open weight. And over to Peter.
I'm with Carly Zanata, winner of the women's lightweight event. Carly, great race.
Thank you.
How did it go? What was your thoughts during the race?
It was really good for like the first 1500, and then I was really sick last week, so I definitely like felt really faint in the last 5, but like considering what happened, I'm okay with it.
And Carly, what were your thoughts during the race? I know you've been sick for the last week, as you mentioned. I know you've been training hard. I know that. How does an athlete get through those parts in a race that you know that's just really tough? How do you get through it?
Just like remembering all the crazy hard workouts that we've done this winter, and like some of the workouts were killer, so it really set me up nice for that.
Great, congratulations, Carly, and well done. I'll see you later. I'll see you.
And we're coming to the last of the 2,000-meter races. Following this will be our parent offspring races, 500 meters, and then the University 4. Over to Peter.
What are the 3 questions?
I'm with Peter Summerwell, head coach of Brock University Rowing. Peter, you've got a lot of athletes here. How did you prepare them for these races?
It's just volume of training. Definitely you're not going to taper or anything for this, but no, good group training and volume of training.
Peter, Brock's been a successful program for a number of years under your tutelage. What's the main ingredient? What do you do that makes the program so successful?
We're fortunate that we have a lot of water time, the most water time in the East, so that certainly helps us. Our last row on the water was January 15th this year, and we'll be back on in the middle of March, so that will definitely help us as well.
Great, thanks very much, Peter.
We're moving now to the last 2,000-meter race, the open lightweight men on ergs 1 to 4, and then the open men on ergs 19 to 32. Mel Laforme, are you here? You're meant to be racing. Q. Last year's winner of the open lightweight men was Rui Tsu, unaffiliated entry, and he qualified for the Crash B Worlds this year, and he did a 6:16. This year, to qualify in that 27 to 35 group, you got to be 6:13.8. World records are under 6 and just over 6 for this age group. In the open weight men, last year was
Stop
Nick
rowing and
Romanchuk,
prepare for the start.
University of Ottawa, with a 5:56. Let's see what these guys can do.
Sit ready. Attention.
Just a reminder, we want to do medal presentations for the under 23 races following this race. So in the lightweight race, we have University of Ottawa, University of Toronto, Brock University, and Kennebecasis, all the way here from down east. I think they came here to get the nicer weather. In the open weight, it's Tilsonburg, Guelph, McMaster, Leander, Western, Brock, Ottawa, Don Rowing Club, Skullhouse Rowing, Leander. So here they are into that second 500. It's Jacob Giesbrecht of Brock University holding on to a slight lead in the open lightweight men. Just behind him from U of T, that's Matt Chen. Kennebecasis in third and U of T in fourth. Over in the open weight, that's Matt Finley in the lead from Brock University. Excuse me. So that's Jeremy Trader in second position now, just being passed by Ryan Clegg of Western University. Now, in case you haven't noticed, the rower in number 28, that's James Quinecki, he's actually legally blind. That's why he has an official behind him telling him where he stands in the race. Legally blind in erg number 28, that's James Quinecki. Let's cheer him on. Doing an amazing job. In second now. Third now in the open men. That's Andre Pelletier from Ottawa. Giesbrecht leading the lightweight. And there he is across the line, 6 minutes exactly. Jeremy Trader in second, 6:02. And that's our blind rower, James Konecki, coming in fourth overall. What a fantastic thing. He's only been rowing for a little over a year now, and look what he has done. .631.0 for Jacob Giesbrecht. And coming across the line still, it's Adam Dielenbrook. Adams from Tilsonburg Rowing Club. Awesome finish. That is the last of our 2,000-meter races. We're going to get into some fun stuff next. We start off with the parent-child racing, which is only 500 meters. We have father-daughter, father-son, mother-daughter, mother-son. Different categories. Medal only to first place, but I believe all of them will get some kind of souvenir gift. Then we finish up with the club and university 4 races. That's 4 rowers competing with their times averaged every stroke. And at the end of the day, at 5 o'clock, we have the Go the Distance, the 4-minute special race, which actually gives everybody an opportunity to win a rowing machine. So if you haven't done it yet and you want a chance to win,
gotta get her attention.
Hurry, 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 because the registration's about to close for the Go the Distance.
I have with me Amy St. John and Cameron St. John racing in the parent offspring event. Amy, you're the mom of Cameron. What made you do this?
I started rowing last year. I rowed in high school, and I really enjoy it, and I really enjoy racing with him. We race on the water together, too.
You race on the water together, too. What boat do you race in? A double?
Yep. Yes.
And what are you looking to do today? What are you aiming for today?
A gold, of course.
Great. And Cameron, how long have you been rowing now?
Only a year or two, since last winter.
Great. How old are you now?
I'm 17.
17. Are you racing? You're rowing for your high school as well?
Yep. Notre Dame College School in Welland.
Great. Fantastic. Well, good luck in your race.
Thank you.
We're going to start off with some women's under 23 medals. Medals will be presented for this set of medals by Susan Kitchen, the race organizer for this event for all 35 years. Could we get all medal winners from the under 23 events over to the awards platform? Starting with the men's race. Yeah, I know, but now I gotta find it. Starting off in the under 23 lightweight men. In third place from Western Ontario, Jonathan Sinquina. Second from Brock University, Jacob Martins. And in first place from Trent University Rowing, Spencer Keelar with a time of 6:25.6. He won by 1.2 seconds. So these parent offspring competitors that are getting organized, it's a variety of mother-son, 3 of them, father-daughter, about 8 of them, and father-son teams. Next is our under 23 lightweight women. In third place, we had 11 competitors. In third place, Greta Chase of Queen's University. In second, Bonnie Reynolds of Brock University. And gold medal will go to Jordan Isner of Brock University with a time of 7:31.5. Congratulations, women's under 23 lightweight medalists. Then we went to the open weight category. Under 23 women. 38 competitors. In third place from McMaster University, Kira Allen. Second from Dawn, I'm looking at this going. Under 23 women, Kira Allen from McMaster in third, Yara Ensminger from Dawn Rowing Club in second, and Grace Vandenbroek from Peterborough Rowing Club in first place. Congratulations. I know some of these rowers are getting ready for their University 4 race, so if you're not here for the medals, you're going to have to pick it up later on. We have to do these medal presentations right now. Again, medals are being presented by Susan Kitchen. I think she was the head of of Coaches Association Ontario for a number of years and just retired, so now she has time to run this event even more successfully. 35 years in a row running this race.
We're getting ready for the parent offspring event. You can see a number of competitors, father, daughters, mother, sons. We have Mike Forgeron, who just raced in the open men's event, back in this with his daughter, Hannah. Got it.
Now we are getting medals, the under 23 men. We had a very strong field there.
Stop rowing and prepare
Third,
for the start.
Carleton University, Hunter Amesbury. Second, Western University, Curtis Ames. And first, with a fantastic time, Charles Alexander from Laurentian University, 5:51.0.
Sit ready. Attention.
So again, times are averaged between the 2 rowers in this race. So we've got the mother-son on ergs 1 to 6. Then we have father-daughter on ergs 11 through 22. And then 2 father-son combinations over on the far side on ergs 29 to 32. Over to you, Peter.
We can see this 500-meter race. It's fast and furious between all the athletes going here. They're already through the 350-meter mark. It's a really good race between all the competitors. Right now we have the Notre Dame Rowing Club in the lead going into the last 250 meters.
So 500 meters goes fast. Look at that race go.
We're in the last 100 meters. Now let's cheer on these parent offspring as they push towards the line. A lot of these offspringers in their first year of rowing with their father or mother. Let's cheer them on. All right, a big applause for the parent offspring competitors.
So the winners of the father-daughter team, he coaches his daughter. So I think she listens to him pretty well. Congratulations. That was the Peenemans in the father-daughter, the St. John Hunt in the Notre Dame boat, and LRC first in the father-son. Medals will go to first place only, but I believe everybody is going to get some kind of souvenir gift. I don't see anything being given out as gifts. I guess they don't get something. Okay. Yeah, like that boat that won that right there, that wasn't on my list.
We just printed that one off for you, though. Yeah, that was so this one was new.
9 and 10 did not win. At 9 and 10, they won. They're not on there. No, but 9 and 10, okay, second place. Risk and Liberty, they're not on there. See what I'm saying? I know they didn't win, but there was they were
They're
ahead.
not on here.
No, that's what I'm saying. And then this LRC boat that won the bottom, LRC 27-28, they're not on here either. 27-28, they're not on here either. 27-28.
9, 10, and 27, 28.
They're not on there. Good job, guys.
Okay, that was a new sheet I just brought.
I know.
Okay.
Now we move to the fours racing, and this is even more exciting, but it's 1,000 meters, so it's a little more pacing. We're starting off with the University Women's 4. It's the 3:45 race, so
we're looking for Christy Nurse and Emma Darling to come to the medal podium, please. Christy Nurse and Emma Darling, please. I'm with Carol Purser, President of Rowing Canada Aviron. Carol, you've been a long-time rower and a long-time participant. Where does indoor rowing fit into Rowing Canada's strategy?
Rowing, indoor rowing is a big part of our indoor strategy. It's a big part of our growing rowing strategy. It is so easy for people to get involved in indoor rowing, all levels, entry points, and at any age we can start kids and adults into rowing. So we begin indoors in the wintertime when it's crummy weather outside, and then as we move into the spring we can graduate them out into our very many clubs across the country and get involved in rowing at all levels.
And have you seen a growth in indoor rowing in the past few years? Is it a growing sport within Canada?
Absolutely. Canadian Indoor Rowing Championships is an excellent example of adjusting to changing groups of people that are involved, but also there's smaller regattas popping up all across the country to engage people and keep people involved in rowing, especially our volunteers that help out at regattas in the summertime, keeps them involved in our sport all during the winter months.
Great, thanks, Carol.
You can see what I mean about somebody like Carol Purser being involved in all levels of rowing. She tries to help in every possible way. She's an official, she's a recreational rower, and she does a great job with Rowing Canada Aviron, the parent organization for all of rowing in Canada. The University Women's 4 is the next race in just about 8 minutes. And many of these competitors just did race earlier today. In fact, I think I see a couple of names that just got medals. So we're going to have to see if they can get over there and have done a cool down and get ready for their race. In the first race of it, it's 4 boats, times averaged among all 4 competitors. Lanes 5 to 8 is University of Western Ontario. Lanes 9 to 12 is Queen's University. 13 to 16, University of Western Ontario.